Hey, welcome back to another tutorial. This tutorial is on the landscape and yeah, pretty much just setting up the landscape and how to use the landscape tool. The first thing I'm going to do is landscape mode. I'm actually going to hide clouds quickly. So one thing that's certain is 1K is way too small since we exported these at 1K resolution, these images, and that is not ideal to use. So if I look here, where is this? Here. So this is at 1K resolution. It's too small to use for pretty much everything mapping related. So what I'm going to do is open a software like uh, GIMP, maybe. I'm first going to test with the heightmap just to see, because if it works with the heightmap, then it should be fine. So right here, I'm going to go over to image, I think, then, no, canvas size, I don't think that would do it. Scale image, yeah. Go to image, scale image, then set it to 8161. There, now 8161 by 8161. Scale. And hopefully it doesn't do the bug. Now I'm just going to export this as a second option, like a secondary option. Now, right here, I'm going to find PNG. No, where's PNG? PNG, PNG, PNG. PNG, there. Export. Compression level 0. Export. There. Now within here, I'm going to disable edit layers. Then over here, I'm going to, where is this? Find, what's it called? Gaia builds map 008, since it took 8 attempts for this. Right here is number 2. You're going to want to put scale to 1, 1, and 1, otherwise you're going to have a fun little bug. And by fun, I mean not fun. And right here, you're going to want to switch this to 2 by 2 sections if you're using the 8K scale. So you're going to have all those. And press import, I guess. And I'm going to pause the recording here while it does this. Alright, now it's done creating, so I'm going to go out of landscape mode and go closer to see how it turned out. I don't think the bug happened. Now what I'm going to do is make it bigger, the landscape, since it's quite a bit small. Definitely on the small side of things. So I have a little tool made for you guys in a website here, Online Python. I used some AI to make it, but it works. I did some editings to make it actually useful, or understandable, I should say. So this will be a small map. So I'm going to do something like maybe I'm going to input 50 by 50 here for the scale, and the heightmap resolution is already set to 8K. So I'm going to press run, and This is like half the size of, what's it called? Yeah, this area right here, ignore this. This one isn't accurate. Don't use this one. But this right here works with both options. So this one, you want to use this. So you can see it will be a 16.6K map. And then it also shows the location. You can't copy and paste in here, but you can look in and out of it. So right here, I'm going to set this to 50, make sure it's locked. So now it's going to set the scale for both X, Y, and Z as 50, but the Z scale will be changed afterwards probably, since it will probably be too smushed. Yeah. So right here, I'm going to uncheck the lock, and I'm going to set this to something like 300, maybe. So as it's loading, it's going to make it taller and deeper. So higher and deeper heights. Yeah. So now if I move this up, it's going to be something like this. So now in here, I'm going to quickly check. What's this? Fog there, that's why. So I'm going to go over to here, and then I'm going to search for Rex. I'm going to put a filter of skeletal mesh, and I'm going to use a Rex for scale. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, this works. So now selecting this, which is smaller than Svartalfheim, made by Nakatis. I'm also going to close GIMP. I'm going to make sure that Rex is deleted. Yeah, it's deleted. I'm going to go back to here after removing the search and the filter. And the next thing I'm going to do is go over to here. And it's a negative 204,000. So, not scale. Right here, negative 204,123. So I'm going to put that in for location Z. Not Z, I mean X. Now take that location in X and paste it to Y. And the map will be perfectly centered, as seen there. Now Z, I'm going to lower this down until it fits. So if I hold Control and then hold the left and right click buttons on the mouse and scroll and move my mouse up, it raises up, down, it raises down, or lowers, I should say. Though sometimes it will differ depending on the angle you're looking at. Like here, if I scroll down, it still goes down. But like if I'm doing this, and I scroll up, okay, well, sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. Right here is the beach, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the beach is set up like this. So now the map is perfectly in place. Now I'm going to save. And what I'm going to do next is go to world settings, Scroll down here. I'm also going to pin. I'm going to want to be in the parameters, in the scalar parameters, the landscape half size. I'm going to want to change that. So from here, there's a landscape half size, which is 204,000. So 204, 1, 2, 3. There. Now if I go here, it's going to be perfectly in place to how it was made. If I go here, it's also going to be like this, which is exactly what's wanted. So now that that's done, I'm gonna enable the clouds and fog again. First, yeah, first fog, see? So something's telling me it's not accurate to how I want it. So I'm gonna go over to here, find the thing here. Hmm. Yeah, right here, map data size. So within here, I'm gonna open its parent up, the material, since I don't want to edit it in there, since, I don't know, just preference. It's right here, the map data size. So I'm gonna make it match the side kilometer of 4.08. So 4.08, 4.08. Apply, save. So now fog should match the map or so. Or something, I hope. Not right here, it should be like this. Now here, let's see. Okay, so I think I have to go over to here for this too. Yeah, 4.08, 4.08. Since the map size said, since it's said to be, yeah, 4.08, 4.08. That should be somewhere, I suppose. Now in here, I'm gonna double check to make sure of anything. So, map data size. I'm just gonna check something here. Yeah. So if they're not doing that, but right here, 4.08. So now if I go here, enable the clouds. how'd they get the cloud map size kilometers? Wait, no. Just gonna put something like 12 for now just to see. Now, this, and let's see. Hmm, Let's see. I think it's somewhere in here. Let's just make sure though. Because I have these set up. So I think it's something here. You set this like 0.5 to see. 0.1. Okay, so that's not affecting it in any way. Okay, so now I'm gonna try something like this to see. So now, I think it is somewhere in here. Hmm, right here. Well, that is 6. Hmm, okay, just let's see this. Oh, that definitely changed. Yeah, no. First things first, right here. Definitely have to lower the extinction amount. That's color. Hmm. Why is that? Why is that the color? I think it's somewhere here though. Set this to like 2, I guess. Maybe this. Hmm. Should be somewhere in here. Let me just find this. Okay, I think I figured it out. In here, you just need to lower the cloud intensity to be at least over 2 or under -2, at least -2, and then hardness to be at least -18 or so, and then it'll be like this, where it won't be too much and won't be too little. Now, if you do want to get rid of this intense extra fog from the clouds itself, you can go here, then right here, you can lower this to something like 0.5. And it'll be this. Or you can do 0.25 or something like this. I recommend 0.25 if you want not a lot. So something like this. Also in here, just set these back to 18. Because I'm pretty sure I don't understand these ones just yet. So it's best to leave them alone if you don't understand, or to just mess around. But this is a tutorial, so I'm not gonna bother doing that. So it did lower it, just it did make the clouds a bit smaller or something, but not 100% sure yet with this. But yeah. So now you've got something like this, I guess. Now what I've seemed to notice is cloud formation is not changing to the new stuff. So if I go over here, I think there might be something for it. So if I go here, it's set to the islands. Which it doesn't seem to be updating, even though right here it should. Like if I check here, this should be what's used. So if I go here, it doesn't seem to show. going here doesn't seem to do anything, so if you can figure it out, good on you. But yeah, this should be it. You know, that's not doing anything. Okay, well, it's set up at least, so there's that. But yeah, I think that will be it for this tutorial, I guess. So, see you guys in the next tutorial, I guess, and it'll be the landscape material tutorial. Bye.